So hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. So previous day I have shown you the Bernoulli's theorem, and I have derived the equation for the Bernoulli's theorem, and I have also shown you the how it is coming from the Euler's equation. And the Bernoulli's equation is basically something like this. If we have two section, if we have a 5 section, something like this, and suppose this is the datum and it is section 1-1, it is section 2-2. So at the section 1-1, if we have this height from this datum, if that is z1, and here if it is z2, if we have a velocity at the section 1-1, that is v1, and if we have the pressure p1 at the section 1-1, at the section 2-2, if we have the velocity v2 and the pressure p2. So as per the Bernoulli's theorem, we can write that p1 by rho g plus v1 square by 2g plus z1 equals to p2 by rho g plus v2 square by 2g plus z2. Now there are definitely some limitations that I have told in the last class, that is the fluid, it should be a ideal one, or if it is not ideal, if it is real, then there will be some losses due to the friction. That means I am saying that if we have the energy, total energy, that is E1, that means this particular total thing, if we consider that is E1 here, and at the section 2-2, if we have the energy that is E2, so in case of real case, that means if it is a real fluid, there E1 equals to E2 plus HL, where this HL is the head loss. Okay, now previously I have told what is head. What is head? Head is basically energy per unit weight. Now in the same meaning, then what will be the head loss? Then what will be the head loss? Head loss will be, it is the energy lost per unit weight. It will be energy lost per unit weight. Okay, now you can compare that what is the difference between if we apply the Bernoulli's equation, the difference between ideal fluid and the real fluid. In case of real fluid, we have the losses, that is due to the basically friction, that is the head loss. We can determine this value of this head loss in the next chapters. I will show you later on. Now suppose you need to see that the real case or the real example of this Bernoulli's equation. Actually in the upcoming semester, when you are currently you are in 3rd semester, when you reach to the 5th semester, you have hydraulics lab, and there you need to verify this Bernoulli's theorem. Okay, so it is better if I can show you right now that experiment, so it will clear your concept as well, because whatever I have told, it is not a proper pictorial diagram. So I am giving you just one example, a screenshot. So basically a flow is there is a fluid which is flowing from this particular channel, or you can say the pipe. Now we have at this 1 section the velocity v1, the pressure p1, and we got the total energy, that is E1. At the section 2 we got the total energy E2. Now in real fluid we are having some losses, that is the head loss, and that head loss can be determined by the experimental procedure. Now let us show you how you can determine that. For that, to do the live experiment, you go to virtual labs in Google, you click on the vlabs.co.in, you go to here civil engineering, you have here fluid mechanics lab, you open this, you have experiments. Now here you have these experiments: friction in pipes, venturimeter, okay, verification of Bernoulli's theorem. We have another lab, that is this one, hydraulics and fluid mechanics lab. Here we have list of experiments, and here you have Bernoulli's experiment. Now if you see here the simulation part, okay, you go to the simulation part, the theory portion is same that I have told. You can see the pressure head plus velocity head plus the datum head is constant. Everything whatever I have told, if you want to need more details, you can go through. Now go to here the simulation part, and here you can see the flash view of the Bernoulli's experiment. When I clicked here, so the plugin is blocked. 1 second. Now it should be open. Allow. Yes. So this is basically a kind of experiment which is done on the lab. You can see the water is flowing inside a pipe where we have different cross sections. Here we have different cross sections. Now as there are different cross section, so definitely the height of this water, you can see this is basically the P by rho g value, or you can say the pressure head. The height whatever you get over here, that will be the pressure head. You can see different values are there. Why there are different values? Because the cross sectional area of this pipe below this, those are different. So that is why this height that we are getting from here, that is different. Now let us see another, that means the theoretical portion. Here you have this experiment, the Bernoulli's experiment, and the manual. Now in this manual, here you can see it is clearly mentioned. Second, yes, pressure head increases with the decrease of velocity head. So pressure head means this one, you can see this particular height. Now pressure head increases, you can see here in this case the pressure head is increased compared to this part. Now pressure head increases with the decrease of velocity head. Now you can see here the area is greater compared to this one. If we consider the area here is A1, here it is A2. So as per the continuity equation, what we know, that A1 V1 equals to A2 V2 equals to A3 V3, that is basically constant. So A1 into V1, that means area into velocity, that means what? It is basically the discharge. So discharge is constant as per the continuity equation. Now if the area, you can see the area, if the area increases, then definitely the velocity decreases. Now when the velocity decreases, the potential head, or you can say the, sorry, it is a pressure head, the pressure head basically increases. So that is the thing what I am going to say here, that when the area increase, this is the area, when the area, cross sectional area increases, then the velocity decreases, and when the velocity decreases, the pressure head increases. Here you can see the area is less compared to this portion, that is A2. So that is why if the area is lesser, then definitely the velocity is higher compared to this one. If we have velocity here V2 and here it is V1, so definitely V1 is greater than V2. Now if velocity increases, then you can see the pressure head decreases. So that is the thing which is given here. Now in case of the Bernoulli's theorem, we have this kind of thing. Look here in the diagram, we are putting the water from here, the water is going inside and the water is flowing from this pipe, and you can see the cross sectional area of this pipe is different for each places. You can see it is something like this shape, it is something like, if I draw here, it is something like this. So for each portion we have different cross section, right? Now for each different cross section, as the area, suppose here A1, here it is A2, here it is A3. So for different section we have different area. So for different area we have different velocity. Now we know if the area is increases, we have here the maximum area, right? In this position we have the maximum area, that is why the height is maximum. Then we have, then the area is decreasing, so that is why height is decreasing as well. Here the area is more decreased, so that is why height is decreased. Now in this side it is kind of a mirror image, so here it is similarly increasing. So that is basically the verification of the Bernoulli's theorem. So for each place we need to check that the total energy is constant. So we will determine the total energy, that is E1, suppose at this section it is E1, it is E2, it is E3 for each section. Now after when we verify this Bernoulli's principle, we will see that E1, E2, E3 we will get the same value. That is the verification of this Bernoulli's theorem. And what is E1, E2, E3? E1 is basically the formula that we just derived, that is P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1. Now Z1 will be Z1 and Z2 and Z3 will be same, because as this is the total structure, that is basically perfectly in a horizontal place. If it is inclined manner, then we have Z1 and Z2 are different values, but as this is the properly horizontal, so that is why we will get the same value of Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4 as well. So that is the actually the verification of this Bernoulli's theorem. If you see the table, this is actually not in your syllabus in current semester. Look here, for each tube means at each cross sectional area a tube is connected, which shows the height of the water, that is basically the pressure head, and that there are some specific names, that is basically the Peter tube, and okay, no need to remember that thing, that is not in currently in your syllabus. But yeah, you can see for each tube we will determine the total head. You see the nomenclature, the total head, that means the total energy. So we will check when we determine for each of the tube the values, we will see all the values of this head are very closer or near to same. So then we can say that Bernoulli's theorem is verified. So that is the thing that I am going to share. So okay, now we will solve some numericals on the basis of this Bernoulli's theorem. Let us start. Okay, so it will be better if we can solve a numerical based on this Bernoulli's equation. Bernoulli's theorem. So let us solve a numerical. Okay, so this is basically the numerical that we are going to solve. Look, very simple. So here it is said that a pipe of 400 mm dia, so we have a pipe which is having a diameter of 400 mm, carries water at a velocity of 25 meter per second. So the velocity, only one single velocity is given. Why it is given, I will show you later on. Pressure at point A and B, so we are having 2 points A and B, that is 29.43 Newton per centimeter square and 22.563 Newton per centimeter square respectively. While the datum head at A and B are 28 meter and 38 meter for point A and point B. Okay, so if we pictorize the total numerical, we have basically a pipe which is inclined. It is a pipe, right? So suppose we have two sections, that is A and there it is B. Now if we have this, if we consider this one as a datum, so this height, that means the datum head at section A, that is basically 28 meter, right? So consider that is ZA, consider that one is ZB, where ZA is 28 meter and ZB is 30 meter. And what other details are given? The pressure, the P suffix A is given at section A basically, and PB is also given. Those are 29.43 and 22.563. Now the main thing here, only one velocity is given, that is 25 meter per second. So okay, so these are the data mentioned. We can write down the data over here as well. So you can write PA, that is 29.43 Newton per centimeter square. You can convert it into Newton per millimeter square, that is 29.43 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per meter square. Similarly, we have ZA, that is 28 meter. Now PB, the data given, that is 22.563 Newton per centimeter square. We can convert this into 22.563 into 10 to the power 4 Newton per meter square. And similarly the ZB, what is the value of ZB? The ZB is given, that is 30 meter. And one more important thing is given, that is the velocity, that is 25 meter per second. Now you know that, second, yes, as this is a pipe, you can see, as this is a pipe, so the cross sectional area of this particular pipe should be uniform, right? So that means if we have A1 here, sorry, A suffix A, and here if we suffix A suffix B, that means a section at A and section at B, so definitely A equals to AB, right? At section A and section B, if we consider these two places, it should be equal. Now we also know, now as per the continuity equation, sorry, yes, as per the continuity equation, we know that Q equals to, that the discharge equals to A1 V1 equals to A2 V2, right, equals to A3 V. That means A into V, that is equals to constant. Now as here in this condition A suffix A equals to A suffix B, that means definitely the velocity as well, V suffix A equals to V suffix B. That means if we have the velocity here VA and if we have the velocity here VV, then VA is also equals to VB to satisfy this continuity equation. So that means VA, whatever we get the whatever the value will be, VA equals to VB equals to V, and we know the value of V, that is 25 meter per second, right? So we can put the value in Bernoulli's equation, that is VA equals to VB, that is equals to 25 meter per second. Now at last we got all the values, we just need to determine the head loss. So let's write the Bernoulli's equation. Now we know the Bernoulli's equation, PA by rho G. If we apply the Bernoulli's equation in section A and section B, okay, of the pipe, so PA by rho G plus VA square by 2G, that is the pressure head plus velocity head plus the datum head, plus ZA equals to PB by rho G plus VB square by 2G plus ZB plus HL. This thing we need to determine, that is the head loss, that thing we need to determine. So let's put all the values. Now we can eliminate these two terms, that is VA square by 2G and VB square by 2G. These two are equal. Why equal? Because we know that VA is equals to VB, right? So that is why we can eliminate these two things. Now we will put all the values, okay? So let us put, what is the value of PA? PA is 29.43 into 10 to the power 4. Rho is 1000, G is 9.81 plus ZA. Now what is the value of ZA? Z is 28 meter equals to PB, that is 22.563 into 10 to the power 4 by rho G. Rho is 1000 into 9.81 plus ZB. ZB is 30 most probably, yes, that is 30 plus HL. Now from this equation, if you solve and determine the value of HL, you will get, it will be 5 meter. So in this way you can determine the head loss from the Bernoulli's equation. One more thing you can do, let's show that as well. Yes, so one more thing that you can do is you can determine the total energy at section A. This is the total energy at section A. So if you consider the total energy at section A as E1, then you can determine the total energy at section B, that means this particular value, that is say E2, and this is HL. So finally you get the equation, that is E1 equals to E2 plus HL. So from that you can determine the value of HL as well. Second, yes, you can determine the HL, that will be E1 minus E2. So energy at section 1 and energy at section, this is basically here it is not 1 2, here it is here it is A and B section, so it should be something like this: EA equals to EB plus HL, so it will be EA minus EP. Okay, so in this way you can determine the value of the head loss. Thank you all.